to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Missouri Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. So Florida's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. At the 45, on his way. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Manning. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And off to Jones. He's inside the 15. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Odom. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team in the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent. So that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
You better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
To the air, it's Lagway. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Got it looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On the move, it's Ball. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Gators come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Lagway. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Zings it complete to the right. And he will score! Touchdown, Florida! And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll leave it with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Finds the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. It's Jones. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. On the ground, it's ball. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Never a doubt. The lead now 6 here in the second. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags a quick pass on the left. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season.
Turning it on! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Toss sweep to the right. Creates a little space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Marches ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the D deny them on second and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will give them the lead.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get, and they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Slips a tackle. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Rushes on him. Gets away from one. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Throwing right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Gators will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. With the catch, it's Johnson. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Pressure coming. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Missouri wants to go fast. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Milner.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Otis. And the returner will be dragged down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got to...
There he goes! A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, the quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They've come out with answers on this possession and now another first down. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to him again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw, it's Lagway. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10, 1st and goal from the 8. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Field goal is good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Johnny Manziel, and they are right back in this. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Alabama. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
With the catch, it's Johnson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on.
Oh, he's got some space. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Missouri gets to the line quickly. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. To the air on 1st down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Going up top again. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snagged out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he's loose, and he'll They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it. Powers through the defender. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Firing to the right, complete. There we go! Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Johnson. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They just keep firing. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's got it still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Makes his man miss. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. And that's one of the ways that you can get the corner there is running the option and pitching the ball to the back.
Yeah, this defense, boy, they got to be careful in this game because it's not just going to be a heavy dose of running in between the tackles right up the middle, but they better be ready to go sideline to sideline and try and defend these option points.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On target to the left. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Manning. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the little stuff underneath. They've got to find a way to make explosive plays, even though the defense is playing conservative.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Looking downfield on first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on the defense. You get 3 stops and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Missouri! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
From the gun, looking for a man. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Red pass, it's complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they...
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like...